It started as a normal evening. I was just sitting in my room, and my cats were acting like always. Sleeping, walking around, playing with nothing. Everything was calm, too calm. But then, I noticed something strange. One of my cats stopped in the middle of the room, completely still. Not blinking, not moving, just staring at the hallway. At first, I didn't care. I thought maybe she saw a bug or heard something outside. But then, another cat joined her, and then another. All of them, staring in the same direction, the hallway, dark and empty. I felt a little weird, but I still ignored it. A few minutes passed, and suddenly, one of them slowly walked forward, very slowly, like something was pulling her. The others followed, step by step, silent, no sound at all. I grabbed my phone and started recording. I didn't understand why, but I had this strange feeling in my chest. Something wasn't right. Then, they all stopped again, right at the entrance of the hallway, and just stood there, frozen, looking into the darkness. The hallway light was off, but even then, it felt like something was there, watching. I slowly stood up and walked a little closer. My heart was beating faster, and then one of the cats suddenly backed away, like she got scared. The others followed immediately, and within seconds, they all ran back into the room, hiding under the bed, behind the couch, everywhere. Silence again. I looked at the hallway. Nothing. No sound. No movement. But my cats, they refused to come out. Minutes passed. Nothing changed. But the way they were acting, it didn't feel normal. It felt like they saw something I couldn't see. That night, they didn't sleep. They just stayed close to me, watching every small noise, every shadow, and me, I just sat there, wondering one thing. What did they see that I didn't? It was late at night. Everything was quiet, too quiet. My cats were usually very active at that time, running, playing, making noise. But that night, they were different. All of them were sitting in the same room, close to each other, not moving, not playing, just watching. At first, I didn't think much of it. Maybe they were just tired. But then, one of them slowly turned her head toward the door, very slowly, like she heard something. I looked too. Nothing. The door was closed. No sound, no movement. But then, another cat stood up and walked toward the door, step by step, slow, careful, like she didn't want to make noise. That's when I started feeling uncomfortable. I grabbed my phone and started recording, for no reason, just a feeling. The cat reached the door and stopped. She didn't scratch it, didn't try to open it. She just sat there, staring, waiting. And then, all the other cats followed, one by one, until they were all sitting in front of the door, silent, still, watching. Minutes passed. Nothing happened, but none of them moved, not even a little. And then, I heard it, a soft sound, from the other side of the door, like something touched it, very lightly. I froze. There was no one else in the house. I knew that. I checked before. Again, the sound, this time a little louder. My cats didn't run. They didn't hide. They just kept staring, like they were expecting it, like they knew something was there. I slowly walked closer. Every step felt heavy. My hand reached the door handle. I hesitated. For a second, I thought about going back, ignoring everything, but I couldn't. I had to know, so I opened the door, slowly, very slowly. And when it was fully open and there was nothing, just darkness, empty, silent, I turned on the light, checked everything, nothing, no one. I went back inside, closed the door, and looked at my cats. They were all still there, but now they were looking at me, not the door, me, completely still. And for the first time, I felt like they weren't scared. I was. I always thought my cats were normal, playful, lazy, a little weird sometimes, but normal, until one day, something changed. It started small, very small. One of my cats began to follow me everywhere, not in a cute way, but in a strange way. She wouldn't take her eyes off me, even when I moved from room to room. She was there, watching. At first I laughed. I thought maybe she just wanted food or attention, but then it got worse. Every time I sat down, she sat in front of me, just staring, no blinking, no sound, just watching. And then the other cats started doing the same, one by one, day after day, until all of them were acting the same way, always around me, always watching. It felt uncomfortable, like I was being observed, not by pets, but by something else. One night, I decided to test something. I pretended to leave the house. I closed the door loudly and waited outside for a few seconds. Then, I quietly came back in, slowly, carefully, and what I saw made my heart drop. All my cats were standing near the door, not moving, not playing, just waiting, like they knew, like they were expecting me to come back. But that's not the worst part. The moment I opened the door, they didn't react. They didn't run to me. They didn't make a sound. They just turned their heads at the exact same time and looked at me, perfectly synchronized. I froze because in that moment, it didn't feel natural. It didn't feel normal. It felt wrong, very wrong. I tried to ignore it, tried to laugh it off, but deep down, something didn't feel right. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about it over and over again. So I decided to check something. I opened my phone and watched the recordings from earlier. And that's when everything changed. Because in one of the videos, I saw something I wasn't supposed to see. All my cats were in the room, sitting, looking at me, just like always. But behind me, in the reflection of the mirror, there was something else, a shadow, standing still, right behind me, watching, just like them. And suddenly, everything made sense. My cats weren't watching me. They were watching what was behind me. Every night, at exactly the same time, my cats go to the same place. I didn't notice it at first. It just felt like a normal routine. Cats move around. They explore. Nothing strange about that. But one night, I looked at the clock, 3:17 a.m., and all my cats were gone. The room was empty. No sound, no movement, just silence. I stood up and started looking for them, slowly walking through the house, room by room. Nothing, until I reached the living room. And that's when I saw them, all of them, sitting in a circle in the middle of the room, facing each other, completely still, no one moving, no one making a sound. I felt a chill. I called their names. No response, not even a small movement. It was like they didn't hear me, or worse, they were ignoring me. I took a step closer, then another, still nothing, and then, at the exact same time, all of them slowly looked up, not at me, but above me, like something was there, something I couldn't see. My body froze. I didn't want to turn around. I didn't want to look, but I could feel it, that strange feeling, like I wasn't alone anymore. Then one of the cats made a sound, a low, quiet sound. I had never heard it before, not like that. The others followed, soft, synchronized noises, almost like they were communicating with something. I couldn't move, I couldn't speak. I just stood there, listening, watching, until suddenly everything stopped. The sound, the movement, everything. And just like that, they all got up and walked away like nothing happened, one by one, back to normal, playing, running, like the moment never existed. I stood there, trying to understand, trying to find a reason, but I couldn't. So the next night, I waited. 3:16 a.m., nothing. 3:17 a.m., silence. And then they all stood up at the same time and walked to the living room again. And that's when I realized whatever was happening, it wasn't over. It was just beginning.